Hi guys, Heerenveen, Ajax 2-4, 3 points, PapiMento. Important points. Now we just can relax and see Feyenoord for once and not the other way around. And no matter what happens today, next week it's our time. It's our time in the arena, right?
Exactly. Yeah, the klassieker. Oh man, that's going to be a game. But yeah, let's just focus on today. Congratulations with the seventh win of our dear coach Heitinga that has been doing amazing. So yeah, he was one of the highest grades together with the man of the match. But we will come to that in a minute. I thought Ajax played uh, in the first half, in the beginning, it was kind of slow, but after that, they really put the pressure on, and I saw an excellent Ajax, a much better Ajax side that I've seen for actually this whole season. So I was actually pretty impressed. But as we progress, dude, in the second half, you see that it's a game of two halves again. Excellent Ajax in the first half, and in the second half, I don't know if they took a little bit energy off of the game, took it a little bit more relaxed, but it was yeah, it was a little bit more boring, and it looked like they were struggling a little bit more with Heerenveen in that second half. You could see that also in the scoreline because we dominated that first half with the scoreline, and in the second half, much less. Uh, but Juan, I mean, so many things happened in the first half. I want to highlight. So, can I just continue, or do you want to ask a
Go
question?
for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
First of all, he didn't score. He didn't give an assist, but the passing of Berghuis today on the midfield, especially with that first goal, cutting that forward pass in, making it possible for Edson to dribble and create some problems. Love that forward pass. That's what you want, right? With a Berghuis and a Taylor on the midfield. You want these kind of passes. Also, with the second goal, Taylor gets the ball. He's with his back towards the goal, but he just flicks it to the side. So again, the attack can continue from there. Tadic with the assist on Bergwijn, with which Bergwijn was amazing in that first half. To be honest, he had that solo dribble which deserved the finish. To be honest, and that little flick before his goal, just tick, I like that. I like that. He showed some skill today, a little bit of flair, a little bit of technique. Finally, not the predictable Bergwijn, but a little bit of flair there. So yeah, I hope that helps him with his motivation, especially for next week, important game. Yeah, and then I mean, Kudus. What can we say? He's so important for us. I mean, I think his goal was a first shot on goal, and just clinical how he does that. With a back heel flick, he creates another attack. So many just simple things he does so well, like keeping the ball, making that defender so crazy that he cannot get the ball from him. That's why I gave him the man of the match, not because particularly he played everything or he did everything perfect, but even he was different in the second half, less quality, but just the things he does and the calmness he brings to the team when he's on the ball. I love that. So I just gave it to him. The goal from Edson. Oh my God, Juan, what a shot! Kudus just wanted actually to put it in for himself, but Alvarez just took it. And yeah, I thought a lot of people played a great game. I think Ruri, Rensch, and Timber. I gave them the lowest grades today, especially for the first goal we conceded. I thought it was or Timber or Rui you could blame there. And in the second half, that goal was, I think, 90% Rui mistake. But, Van Hooijdonk, I think it was, with that header, that he was pretty alone in our box between Bessie and Timber, and no one challenged him with the header. So you could also argue that defenders were in mistake there. I just hope we can see an Ajax that plays 90 minutes the way we've seen them in the first half. I hope that will be the goal eventually. But every time you see something new, and just one more guy I want to highlight, Bessie. Because I think he was defensively great, and I see so many good things from him. Also in his passing abilities, searching for the options up front, giving the forward passes. It doesn't even work out all the time, but I'm just impressed that it works, and he does that. And I have just the utmost respect for him, and I'm sure the way he's been developing, he's going to be so important for us in that defense the coming years. Definitely.
Great summary, man. Great summary. I don't have to be honest. And just questions quickly. Two questions.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the first question is regarding the goals that we're conceding, right? This season, basically, you're seeing a pattern evolving, right? I don't want to be too negative because I
No,
share
it's
the
okay.
same positive feelings that you have, and that's also the way I started. But the goals, the how do you call
Crosses
it?
from the side.
Sides, coming from the sides,
Yeah.
and the headers. It seems to be a bit problematic for us. What do you think? What's the problem there? Is it communication? Maybe Rui and the center backs maybe have to communicate better. Is there something else going on? What's your view on that?
Well, two different options. I think the first we conceded was a little bit more on the defensive side because I thought, Timber didn't even look at Rui if he was coming or not. So he didn't make a judgment call. He just didn't go for that duel. So you could argue that his mistake. The guy was between him and Wrench, and Rui also he comes out, but if he stays on the line, he doesn't score that goal. He made it easy by coming out. So you could argue from both sides that it was a mistake. I thought the second goal was really a Rui mistake, even though the defenders didn't looked weak there and he was freely able to take that header. I thought Rui could have just stayed on his line, and it wasn't even a great header, so he could have had it.
So it's
So again,
communication. So it's communication. Then.
actually judgment from the keeper, because if he stays on the line, it you don't concede that goal because they weren't shots or headers that challenges the keeper that much. If you stay on your line, that's easy for the keeper, but because he was so out of position of his forward movement, yeah, then you're out of position and it makes it very easy for the striker to score. So mostly it goes to Rui, and that's why he has a 4 in my grade.
Yeah.
But also I thought Wrench and Timber could have looked a little bit better. Not their best game today.
Okay, so you're giving an answer basically on today's performance, but I was more like looking also at the other games that we during the season. It's not the first time we're conceding the headers, So is it all Rui or is it more than that?
No, if you look at the whole season, I think our defense is struggling with crosses from the side. Timber, you notice that he gets beaten a lot in the air. To be honest, he's great on the ball when the ball is on the floor, on the ground, and from there defending is great. But when the balls come high, yeah, he looks sometimes like an amateur Timber. That's sad because he's such a good defender. But that's something I would definitely work on, because next to him, I feel like Bassi was winning a lot of his duels and Timber less today. So maybe something for him to work on.
All right. And the second thing I wanted to say is going to Feyenoord or Feyenoord coming to us next week. Just let me put it the other way around. How comfortable are you? I mean, we're 7 out of 7. Johnny Heitinga is doing an amazing job. Are you confident that next week we'll take care of business? We'll be number 1 in the eredivisie?
Yeah, sorry for my phone that went off, so I don't
It's
know if
okay.
you heard it. But look, I'm confident. We showed the great streak. We have the motivation and the confidence back in the team. At moments in the game, I saw a different level Ajax, a level I haven't seen, and a level that that was missing for a long time this season. So if we show that kind of level against Feyenoord at home in our base, yeah, we got this. We have to get this. And actually, most important game of the season, because Feyenoord has only easy games from now on. So Ajax has to get these points, has to challenge, has to make it hard. And if we win this, we will become champions. But it's a must win.